Hey guys, so I'm about to actually I think I'm gonna make my first hire. Not a full-time employee. I don't have the capacity to pay for a full-time employee, but someone I can give contract work um, to just hand over some of this extra stuff that I can, so I can free up my time in order to get more clients, so I can in turn make more of a profit and hand off more work. So let's see how this goes. I'm gonna tell you right now the three reasons why I'm going to hire someone and what I'm hoping it'll do. I've never hired someone before. So if you've got advice, leave it in the comments below, or just let me know. You've got my website, you got everything. But this is my outlook on it. And let me give that to you. So, as we all know, we have a limited amount of time. That's actually one of the reasons I love collecting watches. I've got like 6 watches. I only wear 4 of them. That's a different story for the watches thing. But I've really gotten into collecting watches. And one of the things that watches represent for me is that I have a limited amount of time. I can see that secondhand ticking. That is a way of me reflecting on, hey, this day is going to end. That secondhand does not stop. And so we all have limited time, and we all choose to use our time in different ways. Some of us choose to use it in wiser ways than others. Well, as someone who wants to be a business owner, someone who owns their work, right? I want to make best use of my time. And so how do I do that best? Well, I might actually hand off some of my work to someone who will be able to make best use of their time by doing the work that I've actually advanced past, or the work that I don't specialize in. I want to be able to empower someone else with some other gifts to do their thing with the things that I personally are the things that kind of are best use of my time. I need to specialize in some other things in order to make best use of my gifts. And some things that I would say that I am not very good in would be something like accounting or like doing taxes. I am not good at that. I hand that off to someone else. Other things that I don't really want to do might be advanced use of Photoshop. I don't necessarily want to do that. So I'm going to hand it off to someone who wants to do that, or is in a place where they are just trying to learn some graphic design in order to advance their career and get to the next step, maybe to even somewhere where I'm at, but someone that can learn. So that's what I want to do. The biggest and most expensive time vampires, the things that take away time, that just suck the time out of me, and the most expensive ones, but things that I can hand off to someone else easily, that I just shouldn't spend my time on. That's what I want to do, because I want to get rid of the least profitable things that I have on my desk in order to make room for things that actually bring in money. So that's number one. So after I pinpoint those things, though, I don't think I mentioned this in number one, is that I want to pinpoint the things that are going to be the biggest time vampires, that are going to suck the life out of me, suck the time out of me. I want to pinpoint those things and pick those to hand off to someone. That's number one. Number two, I want to write how-tos for that person to take over so that they can do the best job they can without actually having to ask me a ton of questions. So it's the easiest turnaround, easiest way to get someone into their job as quickly as possible. I recently took on a new client, I guess you could say that. I've been there about a month, and the process has been seamless. It's just been a few meetings of, hey, this is how we do things. Here's how you can help. Let's get you into this. And that's been really helpful. They've had good systems. Now, I want to be able to write these how-tos or make these how-to videos and have it all prepared so that when they say, hey, how do I do this? I refer them to this document. Or how do I do that? I refer them to this video. There's lots of ways that I'm going to have to cover and make sure I actually take into account when I am going to be transferring some ownership of certain things to a new employee or a new hire, a new contractor. So that's what I want to do. It helps get rid of time wasted helping this new person, so I can actually move on to more things that will actually make money. Okay, and the third and last thing that I'm going to try to do is when I make this new hire, is I'm going to give time limits for certain tasks in order to tell them, hey, this is how long this one task should take, or this is how long that task should take, in order to give them some sort of guidance so that they understand what's expected of them and what's so they do enough work to get to this part, they put enough time into it, but at the same time they don't go overboard and get meticulous with it. And that just establishes some parameters. Number 2 was writing how-tos was so my time wasn't wasted all too much. Number 3, really, giving time limits is so that they don't waste their time as much. So doing all 3 of these things, I am hoping that I'll be able to bring someone onto my team, my first hire, and be able to make this a fluid transition or a fluid process so that we can actually get this person going and actually give them work that they can use their gifts on and their talents on, so that they can grow in their career and I can grow in mine. We can work together, and I would love that. And I'm hoping these 3 things are going to actually work, and I'm going to learn other things. I'm going to learn other things in this process that I'll wish I had known. So if you've got anything that, if you've hired someone, let me know in the comments. Maybe like this video too, you can. And I want to learn from you guys as well. And I'm going to update you. I want to update you on this process as it turns around. I don't know when I'm going to actually start this process, but I've actually had these 3 things in mind for a while, trying to figure out how to best do this. So I'm going to update you on how it goes, and I'm hoping it's going to go well. So I will talk to you soon and see you later.